Good morning or good evening, Saxon 4. Today we did a special lesson. It was lesson number 45, and we started to look at the idea of symmetrical shapes and lines of symmetry. I'm going to write that word on my paper so that you can remember what it looks like. And let's review very quickly. A shape has a symmetrical line or is symmetrical if we can fold that shape in such a way that when we fold it along the line of symmetry, we would completely cover one side of the shape on top of another. That seemed like kind of a rocky explanation, so let's draw a sample. Here, for example, is a square. A square has a vertical line of symmetry. If I folded the square along this dotted line, the right side of the shape would exactly cover up the left side of the shape. So a square has a vertical line of symmetry. Similarly, a square has a horizontal line of symmetry. I can fold this shape in half. If I fold it along this dotted line, the bottom half of my square would exactly come up and cover the top half. Now in math, we also reviewed the idea that a square has a diagonal line of symmetry. Not only this way, I could fold this square over and it would exactly cover up the other half, but a square also has a diagonal line of symmetry going this direction. Again, I can fold my square along the dotted line and it would exactly cover up the other half. Now in math, we also quickly talked about the idea of some other shapes. Namely, we talked about the rectangle. And we discussed that a rectangle has only two lines of symmetry. I can fold it in half vertically or horizontally. I cannot fold a rectangle in half diagonally. That is not a line of symmetry because my two halves would not perfectly line up, one sitting on top of another. Therefore, a rectangle has only two lines of symmetry. After we talked about lines of symmetry, boys and girls, if you remember, we started looking at a lot of flags from different countries. And you had a worksheet with instructions like this at the very top. Number one, you were to use your code to color each flag. You already did that in class. Two, I asked you to put your class number on the back of each flag. That's so in case we lose a flag, we'll be able to get it back to its owner. And then you were to carefully cut out each flag. I also went ahead and assigned step 3 to you, and that is the step many of you are going to end up doing at home tonight as homework. That's why I thought I'd make this video to help you and your parents along in case you have any questions. Step 3 says to fold each flag to show the line or lines of symmetry. Now we discussed with these flags that they would have either one horizontal line of symmetry, one vertical line of symmetry, or in some cases, two lines of symmetry. So I'm going to grab one of the flags out of our bag and let's just take a quick peek. Here is one of our flags. You notice there's light blue, white, black, white, blue. Let's fold this flag in half so that we have a vertical fold line. I'm going to take it, fold it over lightly, and when I open it up, you'll notice that it is in fact exactly the same on both sides of the fold line. And even as you start to fold over, you can see that the colors and the patterns exactly line up with each other. Therefore, this shape has a vertical line of symmetry. Well, let's see if it might also have a horizontal. I'm going to take my flag and fold it up. I know it can be kind of hard to fold paper. Just do the best you can. And then open up your flag. Aha! Do you notice that everything above my fold line is exactly the same as everything below the fold line? Let's take a quick peek. The black lines up with the black, the white lines up with the white, and the light blue lines up with light blue. Therefore, the flag of this country has both a vertical and a horizontal line of symmetry. You're going to take that flag and put it in a separate pile for both vertical and horizontal lines of symmetry. Now I'm going to take just another flag. Here's one, green, white, green. Well, let's fold it in half with a vertical fold. When I do that and open it up, I've got white and white, green and green. Everything has lined up beautifully. This flag has a vertical line of symmetry. Now let's try folding it in half with a horizontal fold line. I do that, I open it up, and there you go. Once again, everything has lined up. The patterns and the colors have matched. This is another flag with both a vertical and horizontal line of symmetry. It's going to come and sit in this pile. Let's see if I can find a little bit of a different example for us. I know, let's do this one. Here's a really cool flag. We've got red, we've got some diagonal lines, we've got yellow and green. Well, first I'm going to create a vertical fold. And you should be able to tell pretty quickly that what is on the left side of the fold is not what is on the right side of the fold. Neither the colors or the patterns match up perfectly on both sides of the fold. This flag does not have a vertical line of symmetry. But let's see if it might have a horizontal. I'll fold it in half with a horizontal fold, and when I open it up, there you go. You see that the red lined up with the red, the black lines up with the black, the yellow with the yellow, the white with the white, the green with the green, and the patterns exactly sit on top of each other. This flag has one line of symmetry, and it's a horizontal line of symmetry. I need to make a new pile for flags that have only a horizontal line of symmetry. I'm going to do one more flag with you, and then you should be ready to go off and finish folding and sorting all your flags on your own. Here's a pretty one, lots of red, lots of yellow. Watch for the ones with these 5 pointed stars, boys and girls. They can be a little bit tricky. Let's fold this one in half with a vertical fold and open it up and examine it. The red lined up with the red, and notice going down the center of the star. We did split this star beautifully in half vertically. This flag has a vertical line of symmetry. The patterns and the colors exactly sit on top of each other. Well, I wonder if it has a horizontal line of symmetry. I'm going to fold it in half, crease it, open it up. Well, the red lined up with the red, but wait a minute. The star does not exactly line up. Do you see how the bottom half of this star has 2 points? But at the top, there's only the one. So therefore, my star pattern does not exactly fold up on top of itself. These 2 prongs at the bottom end up sticking out like horns at the top. This flag only has one line of symmetry, and it's a vertical line of symmetry. It does not have a horizontal line of symmetry. I need to create a new pile. Go ahead and continue in the same process with all of your flags. You'll end up with 3 different piles. Put a paper clip around each pile, and we'll check your work tomorrow. I'm going to give you a hint. There is one flag with a horizontal line of symmetry. There are 6 flags with vertical lines of symmetry. And there are 5 flags that have both a vertical and a horizontal line of symmetry. Remember, when you're finished, boys and girls, it's very important to put a paper clip around each stack. Put your flags back in your baggie, seal, and bring them with you to class tomorrow. This is the beginning of quite a long project, and we need to keep track of all of our pieces every step of the way.